What's up, everyone? All right, well, here we are, day 20. 20 consecutive green days. I can't even believe it. It's been a wild ride here. I am one day away from a no red April, and I'm going to try to make it happen tomorrow, last day of April. Now, I'll talk a little bit about my trades from today before we get into the recap. But as a reminder, tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern, I'm going to host a free workshop, a free class, Day Trading 101. We're going to break down for you how I find these stocks every single day. How 20 days in a row I was able to walk away green, today being day 20. And I'll break down for you some of my favorite strategies for how to buy these stocks and sell them for profit while taking as little risk as possible. Day trading is risky, we all know that, but it's about risk versus reward. I'll risk 100 to make 200. I'll risk 200 to make 400. I don't want to risk 400 to make only 50, right? So that's the analysis that I'm doing in real time while I'm trading, and I'm going to kind of pull back the curtains and show you a little bit about that. Now, I've had a number of you guys asking, which is typical. You're sick of seeing me, you want to see June. You like seeing June on the channel, right? Well, here's the problem. I called her agent. She's been booked solid. No wonder, she appears a couple times on my channel. Next thing you know, she's getting booked left and right. So she was able to book Bo for me. Now, he's a black dog. Black dogs are the least likely to get adopted from rescues, which is really unfortunate because he's a really sweet dog. He wants to become an influencer. And so he actually is paying me to appear on my channel today. The problem is the camera can barely even focus on him. Where's his eyes? Where's his ears? He's just like a big ball of fur. It honestly makes my channel look bad to even feature him here. This is a personal favor that I'm doing. But again, he's here. I hope this gets us some thumbs. Wait a second. What do we have over there? June, girl, you gotta be kidding me. I really appreciate you carving some time out of your schedule to be on the channel. Wow. Now, your agent said that you were totally booked for today, but that must not have been true. Agents, they always lie. All right, girl. Well, how nice to see you here. We're matching. We're wearing basically the same outfit. All right. So give some thumbs up for June appearing on the channel. Yesterday I donated $10,000 and $2,500 of it went to the local Berkshire Humane Society. So all those dogs are having trouble getting adopted. We'll have a little extra dog food to get them through COVID-19. One of the things that the Berkshire Humane Society does is a dog food pantry. So for folks that right now are unemployed and stuff like that and having trouble paying for not just their own groceries but for dog food as well, the Berkshire Humane Society helps out. I also donated some money to Berkshire Bounty, which is a local nonprofit that helps with getting food to the food pantries and stuff like that, and to the Great Barrington People's Pantry, which I also did a voiceover for their ad commercial that they're going to run, which was pretty exciting. It was my first big voiceover, and so at this point, next stop Hollywood, right? So I'm trying to do nice things. I'm trying to pay it forward. This has been an incredible month for me. Up now, well, after today, 82,000 in gross profits this month. So to give a little bit back has been nice. Something that we've also done is donate $20,000 to local restaurants here in the Berkshires, and it's gone to different restaurants so that they can make free food for the doctors and nurses over at Fairview, the hospital right here in Great Barrington. So the doctors and nurses are getting free lunches by the local restaurants, and the local restaurants are getting a little extra money during a time that they're really struggling. So those of you guys who recall, when I made $44,000 during the first 4 weeks of the stock market drop, I said that I was going to give every cent of that. I was going to pledge $44,000 to local nonprofits. And so this has been part of keeping that commitment. And I hope maybe it inspires some of you guys to do the same. As day traders, we're incredibly fortunate. Our income not only has not been disrupted, the market has been so volatile, we've been able to actually make a lot of money, which is awesome. So let's be grateful and let's try to pay it forward if we can. Those of you guys who are just learning, you got to cover yourself first. Put on your own mask before you help someone else. So do what you got to do. But those who are able to, give a little back, if if you can. Do it. All right, so that's it for me. Make sure tomorrow, again, register to the workshop. There'll be a link right in the description to hit that registration. It's going to be at 1 p.m. right after I finish live trading. And that's going to be a lot of fun. June, she might even make an appearance. So stay tuned for that, and I'll see you guys first thing tomorrow morning. I hope you guys enjoy the recap and the live trading clips that you'll see during the recap. Hit that thumbs up button and make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. All right, enjoy the recap. See you guys tomorrow. All right, everyone, so we're going to do our midday market recap and go over the trades from today. CAPR. Man, what a wild ride. This is going to be the day that I have been the most aggressive during the entire month. I traded CAPR pre-market. Let's see, CAPR. Let me turn off my keystrokes here. So CAPR, this squeezed up. There was news out at 9:15. Reports 100% survival in critical COVID-19 patients trade with CAP 1002. So that was the headline. And as soon as it came out and I saw it spiking up, I was like, man, that seems like a headline this market's going to respond to. And I actually bought it at $5.50 pre-market. You can see how I've got these lines all over my chart from different levels that we were watching during the day. So I was in at 550 and sold on the move through 650 and 7. And that was in the first, that was pre-market. That was at 9:15. However, I did add at 675 and it failed to break 7. And then I stopped out at about 6. So I made money there, but then I gave back profit. And then right out of the gates, I tried doing dip entries. I tried buying these pullbacks and I got stopped out twice in a row. And then I had a third trade that was a really small winner right here. And then it went lower and I was getting kind of frustrated. I was like, man, this doesn't make sense. And I knew I had given back some profit. And then from there, I was watching for the break back over this 650 level, which was a pretty clear level of resistance. It was having a hard time breaking this level right here. Let's see. Why did that not start working? I have it. Hang on one second. I'm trying to get my drawing tool to start working. Let's see. Work on all monitors. Okay. All right, activate. So this was the spot that was resistance. It tapped it 3 times. So right back here when it came up and broke this level, I was long for that breakout, and that was nice. From 434 up to a high of about 475, and then a pullback. I took this trade here, which was a false breakout at 5. It flushed down, consolidating at VWAP, and then the breakthrough 5, and a rip here. And I mean, this thing just, it was unstoppable. It just kept going higher and higher and higher and higher, all the way up to 750. So what a wild move. Pre-market from 250 up to 7, back down to 370, then back up to 750. That is volatility, and let's see how I did on it. Today is going to be my 20th consecutive green day. Total profit, $8,396.80. That is awesome. 8,500. Now, maybe I could have made more, but I kind of had a funny start making money and then giving it back. And so I basically felt like someone asked me where I thought I was on the day around 9:45, and I was like, I don't know. I feel like I'm break even. I had a profit and then gave it back. So I kind of had to start over here and trade through this area. Now, I will say that this stock was whippy. You can see a nice 5-minute ABCD pattern here, pull back and then, choppiness. When we look at the 1-minute chart zoomed in, you can see, as you just look at that, there's not a lot of clear stuff. It's pretty crazy. It was kind of all over the place. So, we had false breakouts here, drops here, whip here, back up here, lots of topping tails, meaning it squeezes up and then pulls back down. It wasn't holding its levels very well. And let's see, what did I do on Neon? $108 loss. Okay, that's not bad. That was a trade off the high day Momo scanners for the break of $4.75, looking for a target of $5. Didn't hit it, but that's okay. I got out of that pretty quickly. So CAPR, fortunately for Warrior Pro students, I have a ton of examples that we're going to be able to go over here of live trading archives. And so I'll do this separately for Warrior Pro students. So this is me actually executing the trades, getting in, getting out, and you'll be able to see here, getting in, getting in, getting out, getting in, getting out, getting in, out, in, out. So lots of trades on this. I was aggressive, no question about it. But it paid off. And ultimately, I didn't take anything bigger than 6,000 shares. That was the biggest position I had all day. Although I considered going a little heavier, I didn't. And that was probably the right move because this one was whipping around a lot. So it's kind of hard to go through each individual trade. Let me log into Lightspeed and see how many executions I have. So on CAPR, I have $496 in commissions. So I've got to divide that by $2. So 496 divided by 2. That means I pressed the buy and sell button 248 times on that stock today. That's a lot. So basically I would get in 1, 2, 3 orders to buy with an order entry of like 1,000 shares. So now I'm in with 3,000 shares and it cost me $6. I sell half. I sell another half. I sell another half. So that's 6 orders just for one trade, right? So that's $12 for one trade. Now that's okay. But when you take 50 trades, 5 times 6, now you're talking about 300 tickets. I did 248 tickets. So I probably took 40 or maybe even 50 trades today. If I look at my metrics I didn't import yesterday's trades yet, which is fine. Yesterday wasn't super exciting, but 37 trades on Monday. Yesterday, I'll just go and import this. Hang on one second. So I gotta go. Hang on. So where do we have month to date? So where was I sitting month to date before today? 71,000 gross. But that was not including yesterday's trades. So yesterday was 3,800, right? So that'll be about 75,000 just about in gross before today. So plus 8,000. Now we're getting up into the 80s, which is awesome. That's a really solid month. Now that's gross. I've got obviously my commissions, so my net will be a little bit lower. So let's go over here to import. So I'm gonna click import. All right, so hang on one second. All right, so I'm gonna do IRA account. I gotta tag it because I was trading in my retirement, which I was again today, which is terrific. That means it is tax-free gains. All right, so that's going to import here, and I'm going to go back to reports view. 73 trades were imported. Good. 76,000 gross. Overview. Detailed. Nice. So 4,200 was it really 4,200 yesterday? Boy, man, that's not bad at all. All right, so in any case, only 8 trades yesterday. I didn't overtrade. But today, when we look at it tomorrow, you're probably going to see 50 trades. I was in the zone. I really was in the zone on this, buying these pullbacks, getting in as it was squeezing higher. So I'll share with you one. Let me find one of the good live examples here. So let's look at the break of 7. This break of 7 was sweet. All right, so let's watch this. So I'm gonna shift 1. Shift 1, what does that do? I turned this on for you guys for the live trading archive. So shift 1 means I press the hotkey shift 1. I've got now 7,000 shares. Okay, so I did go a little higher. 7,000 at $1.86. I'm looking for the break of 7. Hello, 712 by 713. 719. I'm just throwing out the order to take some profit. 725. Unreal. I mean, my orders, this thing just unbelievable. So I was anticipating the break of $7. Wasn't that awesome? I mean, you don't see breaks like that every single day, but that was a nice one. Let's see. We had another nice one around, where was it? Was it the first break of 6? So I got in for the break of 6. I don't think the break of 6 was as exciting. So I stopped out on that one at 88. So a 12-cent loss, and then it comes back to 6. So sometimes they'll fake you out like that. Oh, it actually looks like it broke. Yeah, so that was kind of a funny one. All right, that's fine. Where was a good one? I think the break of 550 here was a decent one. So watch here, break of the $0.50. Psychological resistance. This might not be the one I'm thinking of, but let's see what it does. Not bad, right? So when you understand the pattern and you know what to look for, you can trade these really well. And some of these were very quick. Others were longer trades. Others I had to hold on to a little bit longer. They weren't as instant. So this one right here, that was a stock I glanced at for a second. So this was forming the ABCD pattern. A, B, C, D was the breakout. So a really nice squeeze through that level. And a question there, which is a good question. So hang on one second. So a question about hotkeys. All right, so here's the deal with hotkeys. Hotkeys, I use them pretty much every day. I mean, they're pretty critical to my strategy. And we do talk about hotkeys extensively in the classes. And you're a pro student, so let me show you where we'll find that. Yeah, where did I put my trader view window? Hang on. Let's see. And I'm accidentally streaming on YouTube this recap. I didn't mean to do that, but well, enjoy for those that are hanging out on YouTube. Let's see. Let me refresh this page. All right, so let's see. What was I? Oh, someone asked me about, okay, so 2 questions. One was about TraderView. So let me go back to TraderView stats. Okay, so those are right here. I only have one more day. I just need one more green day to have a no red April. Hope I can do it. All right, so 76,000 in gross, which means my net profit after commissions is 66,000 before today. Today I'm up 8,000, so it'll be around, 72,000 or so. All right, and now let me log in over here. So to answer your question, we'll see. So there's a guy outside. Usually, now I'll take a moment while I'm logging in. Usually I like to do a lot of the outside work myself. I have a guy over here today cutting down a tree that's next to a power line. So I'm not doing that one myself. Yesterday had a little bit of a emergency situation. One of my fish was swimming sideways. It's never good to see a fish swimming sideways. And so I have been working in my little koi pond. I go out into the woods. I've got a lot of woods around my house, and I've been harvesting some really nice rocks from the woods that already have moss on them, that are really nice and old looking. So I've been bringing them down and putting them around the edges of the pond to make it look, a little more natural. And so I thought maybe when I dropped one of the rocks, I gave the fish a concussion. I don't know a lot about how to treat a fish concussion. So I did what anyone would do, which was immediately started administering fresh water. So started flushing some fresh water into the pond, trying to just maybe filter it out, do a little water shift. I fell into the pond. I then pinched my left pinky. This is my hotkey pinky, one of the most important fingers on my hand. I pinched it between a rock and a second rock. I now have a cut on the side of it. And then this finger, I got a little sliver of rock right underneath the nail. So the whole tip of the finger feels kind of numb today. So this morning when I went out to check on the fish, they seem to be doing better. So whether fish concussion is real or perhaps it was a imbalance in the water, I'm not sure yet, but I will keep you guys posted. So anyways, today as I woke up, I was like, both my hands hurt. I have my hands have been so dry from washing my hands like so much. You guys are probably all dealing with that too. Anyways, so hotkeys. So go to education if you're on the dashboard. Jump from there over to learning access here. This will log you in. My whole internet's not working well today. I'm slow on everything. Even my quotes were going slow. We had an internet outage last night. Someone hit some idiot. Hit a telephone pole with their car and took out the fiber cable. So they ruined a nice potential evening of watching Netflix for about 50,000 people. So I'm going to close that. So anyways, I noticed my my hotkeys and my quotes were getting a little jammed up here towards kind of the end of the day, just not running smoothly. So at that point I was like, all right, this thing is moving so fast, I better just step back and rather than have a screw up. So go into your learning portal, go to the day trading course part 2, and then from there go down to, these are all the platform overviews. So someone asked me about a platform demo on Lightspeed. It's right here. You can see Sterling, DAS, Trade Ideas, eSignal, Benzinga, TC2000, Trade Idea, or Thinkorswim, Trade Zero. You can see all of these right here. So these are the ones that are most popularly or most commonly asked for. So we've got the breakout trading there. This is the section here. It's chapter 10, level 2 tape reading and hotkeys. And this was what I was using today. Absolutely, 100%. Reading the tape, using my hotkeys, buying those dips, selling into the rips, and I had a couple nice dip entries. So I showed you 2 breakouts. So let me show you a nice dip entry on this. That wasn't one. Let's see. Let me see if I find it. All right, so this is a nice one. So on this, at least I think it is. So this one, the stock had popped up to 6 and was now starting to pull back a little bit. Actually, this one might not be as good of a one, but I'll show it to you anyways. So I was looking for a flush, possibly down to the support level right down here. And this is the panic dip buy setup. So I'm looking for panic, a big flush, panic sell, lots of red, boom, that's where I want to go long, right there. So when I see that panic sell-off, that quick flush, that's what I want to buy into. Now, I don't always do it. There's very certain instances when I will do it and when I will not do it. And I'm working on a new chapter specifically on this setup because it's a really powerful setup when it works. So that's over here, and I'm going to teach that. So this is going to be chapter, this is chapter 8, part 14 for momentum setups. So this is going to be the panic dip buy setup, whatever you want to call it. But basically, it's not just an ordinary buying a pullback, it's buying after that panic flush. And the risky part of it is that you don't know how much a stock is going to drop. And sometimes they do drop more than you expect. And that's when you can obviously get a little caught off guard. So I go in with smaller size usually to start, which in this case was 3,000 shares. And then that's basically, I'm in the driver's seat like already, right away. Boom, I'm up $300. So I was looking at the 73, or actually I think 60, the 63 spot as possible support, which it popped up a little sooner, but yeah, so that was a nice one there. Let's see if we've got any others. I was looking for, after it broke 6, a retest of 6 for an entry, but we didn't really get a good one. That was a trade up there. I think I had a nice one. When was it? That was a little higher. Yeah, that one wasn't. These ones, I mean, at this point it was starting to get a little extended. I guess I had one up after the break of 7. So we got the break of 7, a squeeze up here, and then a quick drop right here. So this was 1. So a sell-off, bounce off 7, I'm long. Stop is at 7. Not a home run, as you can see. This one, I ended up holding it a little bit longer, and I was like, oh, is it gonna break 720? It didn't really break that well. Then it breaks below 7, or it does another false breakout, and then I take another one down here. So watch that flush. Boom, I'm going long. And looking for that pop back up to $7. So, you know, these ones add a little profit. I mean, again, 100 here, 200 there, 300 there. It certainly adds up. So I'll have a separate class that I'll teach specific to this pattern. At this point, now looking at it, it's 5 minute is kind of setting up, but I think I'm going to leave it alone. You know, take my $8,000 off the table and say, nice day. And I'll be back at it first thing tomorrow. So the goal tomorrow, same as today, you know, start with the watch list, hopefully see some nice stocks right out of the gates. And, you know, if I can make a little bit of money and finish with my 21st consecutive green day and have a no red April, I'm going to be very inclined to finish the day on the early side and not risk screwing it up. If I go red right away, I will probably trade until I get myself from red to green to try to preserve the hot streak. There's a good chance that I would be willing to overtrade if I do find myself red right away. And so the important thing when being green is critical is to start with smaller share size. That way, if I do happen to go red, you know, on the first trade, I can always get myself out of the hole. If I start with full size and take a full size loss, well, I can't go any bigger. And so now it's going to take several winners to get me back, into the green. So I just got to be a little careful tomorrow. But in any case, even if I had a red day, this has been a fantastic month. So I'm feeling good about that. All right, you guys, so that's it for me. Those of you in the chat room, I'm going to switch over to the Warrior Pro room, and we're going to do some Q&A. All right, so I'll see you guys over in the Warrior Pro room. And again, reminder for those on Facebook and YouTube, this is going to be the free class. There's a link. It'll be right in the description to register for the class I'm going to host for you guys, those who are at the very beginning of your journey. That'll be tomorrow after I finish my trading and after I finish the Q&A with my pro students. All right, so check out that link to join me tomorrow, 1 o'clock. It'll be a live workshop, free class, and I think you guys will really enjoy it. All right, so that's it for me. Enjoy the rest of the day, and I will see you all first thing tomorrow morning. Warrior Pro students, let's jump over to the Warrior Pro room and do some Q&A. You want to learn more about trading? Check out some of the links in my description, and if you have questions, ask them in the comments. I personally respond to every question posted on my channel. And don't forget to subscribe.